everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Utmost Sincerity. I'm here with my man, Coop. Coop, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
Doing good, Randy. What's going on, bro?
Man, it ain't nothing. Just chilling, you know.
Say that.
Come on, man. You gotta get the people the
Oh yeah, you know what's coming. You know what's coming. Like I say all the time, every day above ground.
Every day above ground.
It's a good day.
It's a good day. So look, everybody. Look, we back after last episode. If you checked in, we had two lovely, beautiful black queens that came on our show and discuss about their lack of faith in black men. And man, it was a mouthful, and I was trying to contain myself during the course of it, but they made some valid points. So we got some gentlemen with us today that would like to respond to that last episode, and I'm gonna start over here, man. I'll start from my right side. If you want to introduce yourself.
What's up? Courtney. Thanks for having me on here. Kess. Cool. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah. And we got a return guest.
Yes, sir.
Jay, good to be back. My bad. Appreciate y'all bringing me back on the show. I definitely want to rebuttal some of this talk from last week.
Okay. And over to my left over here, we got one of our new guests over here, my family over here.
Yes, sir.
We got my man Rob.
What up, everybody? My cousin said he was going to have me on, so I finally hit.
I appreciate it, man. We really do appreciate all y'all.
Definitely do.
Stepping through for us.
Definitely.
And
So, so yeah, fellas. So I mean, I know y'all checked out the episode and everything. So, tell me how y'all feel about that, and the things the lady said, and kind of we had a little conversation before we started the show about it. We'll kick it off with Courtney.
So I remember when you so initially I saw the post. I think you made a Facebook post about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I peeped the podcast earlier today, and I'm listening to it, and it's a bunch of valid. I mean, I'm not even gonna say it's a valid argument. They had a lot of valid points. As far as losing faith, like in the black man, I just think that I believe nowadays it's a lack of communication.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Understanding comes with everything.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like now we're in a era where like everybody is demanding equality, like across the board, race, gender, you know what I'm saying, everything.
Right.
So, and I got this term, the lions eat.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
And
yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because the women are the hunters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the men, they protect, but at the same time, the women are just as savage as the men.
Right.
So I think that when women do feel this way, like about us, I think that we have to be willing to receive the information that they're putting out to us.
Sure.
Absolutely.
And if we don't have an open ear, then you know what I'm saying, we lost in the translation of things.
True.
So
True.
that's a little spin on it, a little bit of it.
Right.
All right.
All right.
So Jay, we heard them talk about that far as men, they feel physically protected by us, but spiritually, mentally, we not protecting. How you feeling? I mean, again, I think that was, like Courtney just said, there was absolutely some really valid points that they made last week. But they was like, man, it's like 50-50, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I did hear one of them say, as far as mentally, we are a little, we hold back feelings, and we don't express as much as we should to them to make them feel protected or comfortable or secure. In a sense. And it's like you said, a lot of us grew up on boys don't do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You can't cry. You gotta be the protector. Never let them see you sweat.
Yep.
Certain things like that, and it's like that goes both ways as well too, though.
Yeah.
Like a lot of females don't open up neither. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
they more sensitive and more, you know, like open sometimes, but at the same time, like the other one said, she lead. Like
Yeah.
she said,
Tasha was talking.
she said that she's always been around men, so she's like tough naturally.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, not speaking for myself or any of the men in this room, but some men are intimidated by strong women. So
True. True.
if you're a little bit stronger physically, not physically, because one, I'm also saying that
Yeah, more mentally, right?
a male, she a male, I mean, she a female, he a male, she can't beat a man. But at the same time, some men just, they a little, what is it, sheltered, or like, they scared to come out and say some things, you know. So I don't really feel like losing faith is the best way to go about it. Like,
Yeah.
because in a sense, that's like you saying you give up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you give up on us,
Yeah.
we already got the rest of the world against us. So
Absolutely.
Talk about it.
Who you tell that?
How we gonna
Preach.
How we gonna, you know, ever be okay with that?
Yeah.
I can't be okay with somebody say, "Oh well, we losing faith." Like, if we say we losing faith in the black woman, then what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
y'all,
it's gonna be
y'all
uproar.
dogs,
Uh-huh.
y'all
Yeah.
trash, y'all want to reach out, but it's okay for y'all to give up.
Yeah.
or not have faith. But I'm not bashing. I ain't trying to down talk anything that they said last week at all. Because like I said, I learned from that too. I'm not open. I don't really express myself too much. Because on the streets, it's either you gonna eat or you get eaten. And
Absolutely.
you can't you can't walk around and just be okay with. Oh yeah, you can't openly sit here and I come to Randy and say, yo, I'm having problems, blah blah blah. It's just not. Men are taught to handle their own problems. You know, so opening up, you gotta give some niggas.
Yeah.
I'm say niggas, you gotta give some niggas time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you feel me?
yeah.
You feel me?
It's
And
crazy you said that too because
over the years, I've been working on opening up.
Yeah,
But at the same time, if you never was in the habit of opening up to somebody, like you don't open up to your parents, you don't open up to friends,
right.
even your closest cousins and all that, you don't really express, yo, I'm down.
Absolutely.
I'm depressed about this. I'm depressed about this. This is going on. We don't do that.
Yeah.
And the people who have that around them growing up, it's easier for them because they had that. They know how to express themselves. Only people that, I'm speaking on myself, only people I had coming to me was aggressive people.
Yeah.
So, for instance, Randy, he was somebody that was a role model growing up, but he was tough.
Right.
So, if you look up to somebody that's already tough, you ain't gonna go to them and be like, "Yo, I'm sad about this. I'm sad about that."
Right,
You know what I mean?
right,
You always
yeah.
want to be tough in that person's
Dang,
eyes.
yo, I ain't never give you that, yo. I ain't never like give you that openness.
It ain't
like,
as far as you giving it. It's more so of me feeling how I want you to view me.
Yeah.
So I want you to always
Yeah.
feel like that's my go-to. Like, or if you got a problem with something, be like, nah, you're soft. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't never want to be judged as soft from nobody
Right.
that you look up to. Now, on the street, you can say I'm soft all you want, then we can figure it out later on.
Right. Yeah.
But when somebody know you, you still don't want that person to be like, man, I can't call on you in this situation because
Yeah.
he too emotional. This person. But I mean, I don't know. It's the faith, giving up the faith part. That's probably not the best route.
Right.
Open conversations would probably be the best thing for everybody in my eyes.
Yeah. Rob, what you think, bro?
All valid feelings, and you gotta respect where they coming from, even if you don't fully agree or understand everything. But I would say all of it comes from their perspective and how they grew up, what they view successful relationship should be, or how they feel a man should be treating women, etc. But I feel like there's also factors that they might not see or understand as far as, a guy's upbringing, where their parents married, did their parents even stay together?
Right.
You know, there's so many
much.
dynamics that you could bring into that scenario.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's like, let's say your parents were married, then they got divorced, and it's like, okay, well, you feel me? What is it a successful relationship and marriage? And I thought everything was Gucci when they were young, and I was young, and I seen them, okay, they happy, or they look happy,
Right.
from my understanding. And then you get older, and they split up, and you're like, oh, well, what went wrong? So I feel like, they come from a place of, they want a successful relationship, and they losing faith because they're not seeing it. But then it's also like, are they even looking for the successful relationships, and do they know what that is?
Yeah.
I feel like women gotta know, what do they want, because successful relationships is different things for different people.
That's so true.
So now you gotta bring into, well, what do you want out of a relationship? And then you gotta find a guy that will definitely bring you that.
Right.
And then even Courtney touched on a valid point, like, we live in an era of, times is different.
Yeah.
We got equality. We got women wanting to do for themselves. They want to be independent. They want to be the breadwinners. So it's just like, if I'm not the breadwinner, then it's like you might be looking at me a different way, because now it's like, well, you don't need me for the financial support.
Right.
So now what do you need of me? And then it's like, well, am I willing to accept that, okay, this is the role she's expecting me to play?
Absolutely.
So it's so many, perspectives that you could look at. And I feel like it all just stems from, like, they got to know what they want. And I feel like most women and people in general don't know what exactly they want to say, this is what I want. I'm going to be looking for this. Because a lot of us just get sidetracked on that journey of, trying to figure it out. And a lot of us still trying to just figure it out.
Yeah.
So, man, like, look, y'all hit on some really good stuff. But I'm like, this is what I'm saying. To your point, Rob, like, I don't think women know what they want. I think they have an idea and an ideology of, like, what they think a man's supposed to be and how we supposed to be acting, but don't know the real, right? And I always tell, like, I tell my little sister, I tell, like, my female cousins, I even tell, like, my male cousins, like, look, I say the best way to kind of, like, see how a relationship will go is you got to pay attention to their relationships with their mother or their father.
Absolutely.
Like with a woman, like, pay attention, like, how
she deal with her father.
How she deal with her father. Like, is her father in her life? You know what I'm saying? Like, does she talk highly about her father? Do she show her father respect, this, that, and the other? Like, and vice versa for I tell women, like, look, see how a man treats his mother. If his man treat his mother like, like everything and go hands and foot for her, if that's how he's gonna treat you. Right? But for us, it's like a lot of them don't have, like, men that was, like, in their lives. You know what I mean? So the idea of, like, what they believe it should go is fairy tales. Like watching TV, he's watching, these movies and things, and, like, or reading books and thinking, like, this is what a man's supposed to do. And, like, touching on what he was just saying, like, we now live in this society of, like, just pushing this narrative of independent woman, strong black woman. We don't need no man to do X, Y, and Z. All right, babe, you got a flat tire? Cool. You got that, right?
Yeah.
Shit.
But you
got that, right?
But you know what?
Trash full. You
taking that out, right?
Me and you. Who doing it?
But yo, the thing that get me, and I always go back to something that Chris Rock said. He said, women, children, and animals are loved unconditionally. He said, men are loved under the condition that they can provide. And every time I think about that statement that he made, even though it was in a joking manner, he still, we all know it's truth behind it.
It's true.
Because the thing that gets me is that they always say cater to your woman, right? They say cater to her. But what about us when we come home and we need that catering? You feel me? If you come to your woman and you be like, babe, blah blah blah, this is going on. Hey, can you massage my shoulder? I don't feel like doing that. You know what I'm saying? Can you rub my feet? I don't feel like doing that. What I look like rubbing your feet? But you ask us that all the time. You know what I'm saying? You ask us that all the time. No matter what, the man in the household, just like Jay was saying, and especially when it comes to the black man, we are supposed to be hardcore at all times. We are not supposed to show any type of soft emotion or anything when we have so much that's on our backs. Not only are you dealing with your personal life, but you just dealing with the world, period, right? Even when you sit there and you watch TV, you watch the news, right? And you like, damn, another black man. You know what I'm saying? That could be me. Then that dude look like me. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I watched that movie American Skin, and yo, I was so heated at the end. I was like, yo, because all I could see is my son. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, some women just don't know, man. They just don't know the stuff in the trauma that comes with us. Like they think they do, and they try to act like they do, but they really don't. And then what really pissed me off, well, I'm thinking about just going outside my race.
We got both of them last week talk about, I'm thinking about looking at white men and all this other stuff.
And yo, and the thing that get me is that, don't get me wrong, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? You want to date? I know I don't Randy yet, but like, you know that. But like to each his own. You want to date outside the race? Go ahead, but don't use that as an excuse. Don't use black men not doing what they supposed to do as an excuse that, oh, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna date a white man or I'm gonna date an Asian man or something like that. Because guess what? You can get with them and they could do the same thing.
What makes them any different?
It's a man.
Humans.
Exactly. There you go. It's a human being. I'm like, so you can get with, because I don't know, and that's what we go back to the whole fairy tale, because. And I get this, and I hear this from a lot of black women. Oh, I be saying white men, and they be treating their women the way they supposed to be treated. They get them this, they do this. And I was like, what TV show are you watching right now? Because I know a lot of white dudes. And I'm cool with them. Like, man,
not even that. We can go back to the civil rights movement, man, where these white women was out here jumping on the bandwagon of civil rights just so they can get rights, so they can be able to vote.
Absolutely.
So, believe me, that household fairy tale stuff. The man went to work, the wife, she's supposed to be home cooking and cleaning, and the man going out doing everything else. So they can miss me with all that nonsense.
And that's the thing that burns me up, and that's where I get back to what you were saying. They, like, women really, they say we don't know what we want, but they need to ask themselves, do they really know what they want? You know what I'm saying? I get I get them props on a lot. Like, black women, they are like the backbone of a lot of stuff. A lot of them do hold the families together, and they do this, and they, and when there's not a man in the whole equation, they are the ones that's like holding down and things like that. But like I had to tell one young lady I know, and she's a younger mother. I said, you're doing your son a disservice the way you're treating him. You're treating him like that's your boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look at my son. Oh, look at him. Look how he dressing. Come here, baby. Take this picture. Yeah, he know what's up. Like, yo, you treating him like that's your man. This is what you want your man to. This how you want to treat your man. That's not your man. That's your son. You can't be his friend. Well, what you mean by that? And she was young. She young. She was one of the students that had a kid, and I'm trying to school her. Like, look, don't treat him like that.
But hitting on something that you were saying, Randy, I think that it does kind of go both ways. We also have to know like what we want as well. Right. So sort of like, because nowadays, especially like you got social media, like even with like what I'm saying, our kids, the information is so quick. Like nowadays, if you want to date somebody, if you're going to date somebody, it ain't like, okay, you're in the market, you bump into somebody, how are you doing? And blah 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 blah. It's like, damn, I like these pictures.
Inbox, yep.
What's up with it?
Hard eyes.
You know what I'm saying? And then the shit is like quick.
Yeah.
Everything is quick, and it's like we, like men and women, we don't give the relationship a chance. Like we don't get a chance to like nurture it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because it's like, it's so fast. I be talking to my son. I'm like, yo, how hard is it to get fat? It's easy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? How hard is it to fail school? It's easy. Everything that's no good for you
is easy.
So like, and I'm very like for like hard conversations. Yo, you meet somebody, and what they call the honeymoon stage. The conversation always good in the beginning. Like, yo, tell me something bad about you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like really cut through cut through the shit.
I
You know what I'm saying?
I use that.
Yeah, like
I've learned that from you. I
Yeah,
absolutely
like
use
yo, tell me something bad about you, yo. Like let's
Throws
talk
the ball
about
out.
it.
Yeah, those is
Tell me about like, you know, when you were growing up, like, you know, just tell me. And then like when they're breaking down, yo, your lady could have been, you know what I'm saying, touched a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She could have been getting her ass whipped by the last dude, you know what I'm saying, who was there.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like, kind of like taking a step back, yo, because yo, everything is cause and effect. I don't give a shit what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if you box, you know what I'm saying? You always the one throwing punches. You're all right. You keep getting hit in your head. You learn to put your hands up.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it's trauma there. It's trauma with women. It's trauma with us. You know what I'm saying? So it's sort of like we have to like really take the time and like really start like nurturing each other.
Yeah.
And yo, and don't be afraid, like, you know what I'm saying? Just even when you say like, yo, I come home like, yo, I had a fucked up day. Yo, this happened. You know, that happened. Like, yo, I'm going through this. I'm thinking about that. Like, yo, and like come to her. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a partnership. Yo, if you don't have no partnership, yo, well, picture it this way. You got two people in a boat. If you only got one person rowing, the shit only gonna go in a circle.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? It's only one-sided. It's gonna go like that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going straight, you're not going nowhere.
Yep.
So you gotta have them hard conversations. Like women, they gotta be willing to just like open up. And even if you don't want to open up and the shit can sound stupid, yo, write it down. Everybody cool with, you know what I'm saying? Like sending a text. And we know, fellas, we get that long ass text.
Not reading that,
We
man.
get that long ass text.
Okay.
And then we hit them with the okay. Oh yeah, you in trouble. You in trouble. But yeah, like yo, open up. Like be willing to talk about the shit. Because if not, like yo, we're gonna keep in these, you know, having these conversations.
Yeah.
Like them, you know, women feeling like that we failed them, or hell, even like us black men feeling like that our women failed us. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, because yo, you can't keep carrying the weight all the time. Yo, that shit get heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like what you were saying, like I think the issue, and Tasha said this last week, was like they don't give it time to nurture.
Yeah.
Like again, that's why I say about like the fairy tale. They look at the TV, the movies, the social media, the reality shows, and think like a relationship is just like
automatic.
As soon as you get together, perfect. There's no issues, no nothing. What relationship is, you building this together.
Yeah.
Like you have flaws, I have flaws. Like the yin and yang. Them things match.
Yeah.
You got to be able to be willing to like, all right, I got to give this person time. If this is really something I want to be invested in, I have to take the time to let's nurture this together.
Absolutely.
And like, let's have these hard conversations, you know, and let me tell you what I like and what I don't like. And like straight up, but we got to work together to like really make it work and understand all good things take time to come together.
And like,
you know?
and you got just like you said, you got to be open. You got to be vulnerable. You know, especially if it's somebody that you really plan on, like, you know, like we all know, everybody know, guys know, women know, you know, when you see that person and after y'all done talk for probably the first time, you know whether it's gonna be I'm gonna just smash, or whether, you know, I'm gonna put time into this. I'm gonna try to go ahead and sure enough put some work in, you know. And I think if it's someone that you really talking about, you gonna put work in. Even if it's somebody you just talking about smashing, you gotta be straight up, you know, because that's where everything boils down to. Now, if it's a female, I meet her, and I know what it is. I'm like, yo, shorty fat, look, she a dunce. I ain't trying to deal with her like that, but we can have fun. I'm gonna tell her straight up, hey, you know, we can kick it. I ain't trying to be in no relationship, but if you want to have fun, and I'm down. At that point, I'm putting the ball in her court because I'm letting her know straight up, there ain't gonna be nothing more than us, you know, doing what we do, and that's that. We may go out every now and then, but it's gonna be that. Now, if it's a woman that you really into, you're gonna know, and she's gonna know, because you're gonna put that work in. And I like what you said about tell me something that's bad about you, because that's what we don't. Because you think about when you go on a first date with somebody and y'all out and y'all having a good time, it's all the good stuff. Oh yeah, you know, I did this, I did that. Yeah, you know, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing that. But we never put that bad, you know, put out that, well, I'm stubborn. Yeah, I'm stubborn as I don't know what. Sometimes I could be lazy. I don't want to do that. Yeah, back in the day, this happened. You know, I think throwing stuff out there like that, you really give somebody a chance to be like, yo, that dude or that female, she got a lot of trauma with her. You know, but am I willing to take this on?
Right.
But
You
they
know,
real about it, though.
exactly. You
So
know,
you gotta respect that part.
yeah, most definitely, most
and then
definitely.
some of that even can like attract us because like if you know what I'm saying, like you really care for somebody
Mm-hmm.
and like that pain it may be familiar territory or you know you may have something that could like you know help them with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like all right, like you know let's partner up, like we can help like each other with it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like even though like I might not have been in a relationship with somebody that you know has gone through what you're going through.
Right.
Yo, like educate me. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yes.
While I help you,
Yeah.
like that
Exactly.
type of deal.
Yeah.
But like as far as losing faith, like if we don't have the hard conversations, yo, we just gonna keep going in this same cycle.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep going in the same cycle.
I think Rob. I think we had a conversation like back during the summer about like feeling like we losing out on some good ones, right?
No.
Yeah.
You remember that conversation?
And it's like that, in my opinion, because I feel like everybody weighing their options, and some women that know what they want, because don't get me wrong, it's some women that they know exactly what they willing to tolerate, and if you're not ready for that and you still playing the games and they hit you with the snip and they
Yeah.
cut you off, you look back like, damn. That was a cool homie. That was a friend. We could
Yeah.
have fun. We could vent. She could give me her opinion, and then you lose that access, and that's when it hits you like, yo, I kind of dropped the ball on
Yeah,
a few
fumbled that.
situations, and you don't think about that because you don't realize like some people they out as soon as you like you don't know, all right, well I know, and they not willing to tolerate nothing because they like, nah, I ain't got time for you to get me off course. And I never thought about that until a friend was just like, nah, I know what I want and you don't know what you want, so this is what it is. And I was like, oh, they it's like that. As soon as you hit them with the I'm a little confused, or you're not quick with the, oh yeah, I'm here, like, nah, once you say, well, I don't really know, I ain't looking for nothing serious, and they know exactly what they want.
Yeah.
Oh, nah, you're not looking for that. Well, this is what I'm looking for. I got to go find somebody that's ready for this life.
I think like, and also like to your point, like we gotta be okay with like putting the ball in women's court.
Yeah.
Like being straight up, like just like what you saying. This is what it is. This is what I'm looking for. Boom, 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 and put it in that court.
Yeah.
Instead of like lying, trying to finagle, like shorty bad, whatever the case may be. We just gotta be like, look, we all men, we real with this. What one won't do, we know another
The other
one
one
will.
Oh, most definitely.
So we know straight up, like if you looking at somebody, you like, yeah, I just want to smash shorty, and be straight up and just tell her like, sure, this is what it is. I ain't looking for nothing serious.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to kick it with you and just that and the third.
Facts.
And
And
she-
on that note, I just want to say, like, I let everybody know up front, like, I understand at some point you cut me off because I understand, like, it come with the me not knowing or me knowing I don't want a relationship. I already understand me not wanting that. It comes with you be like, all right, cool, I'm out.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I let them know that, like, all right, no, our feelings, I get it. You gotta go live your life. And when they cut me off, I look back like, damn, but I understand.
right. but that's what I'm saying. But that's what you have to do, because you think about it. If you lie, eventually you're gonna get caught up, and she gonna be like, "Yo, why you ain't tell me this from the beginning? You didn't even give me an option." You feel me? So,
Give 'em an option.
and real talk, like by you being straight up, and yeah, maybe in a month or so down the line, she's like, "All right, I'm done with this. Like for real, I want something that's serious." You never know, that still could be a friend. And later on, you never know what may happen. Y'all may reconnect or whatever, but in the beginning, you gotta let people know what's up. You gotta let them know, like, hey, I don't care. Sure. And we all know you got the ones out there that's just bad, and you like, I don't want to tell her this, because if I tell her this, boy, she gonna dip. Because I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta do it. You gotta do it.
You gotta just remember, like, there is another bad one out there.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah.
Like, all right, you may want that one, but she ain't willing to flow the way you want her to
Yeah.
flow. But there's another one that's bad too.
It's like that old saying, man. There's more fish in the sea.
But playing both sides of it, and I mean, we gotta keep it 100 on here. So, I mean, if we, approach a female and like you were saying, like, I just tell like, I want to have fun. Like, you don't gotta be a rocket science. Like, women smarter enough.
Yeah.
Like, they know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, mentally, like, as a man, put yourself there. And then she like, damn, yo, all you want is some pussy.
Right.
Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
then what the fuck am I lagging? You get what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I see what
it's
you're
sorta
saying.
like, and that may also be a part of, like, what women feel. Like, yo, that they feel like that they failing us because, yo, at the same time, I mean, come on, man. Like, I mean, women not just out for, like, you know what I'm saying? Like no fuck. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I'm just saying, we know. I know we know men that lie to women about their intentions.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying that for us to take accountability for the ones that we do know that does do that. Like, we all got a couple we know.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
That just be straight up. But the mentality is not like, yo, I gotta have this. I'm gonna play the game. Playing the game, this is what happens. This is why we got them sitting here talking about they don't have faith in us, because we got men out here that don't be straight up and tell them exactly what they want from them and give them the option. That's all they ever wanted, is just the option. But when you play this game and giving them this, like, we gonna play house, but all in all, you ain't had no intention at all of playing house.
Right.
Now that messed their whole psyche up.
But you know what? And also, it does go into, like, folks need to know what they want. And so I got a homeboy who was raised by his mother. She, like, nurtured him, and, rest her soul, she passed away, but he was in a relationship with a woman, like you said, like, the upbringing, and he did everything for her. You know what I'm saying? And to the point, like, it probably can be overwhelming. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can drown somebody with love and emotion.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
It could like fuck something up.
Yeah.
So then you see how, like, it ruptures it for the man as well. It's like, damn, yo, like, yo, I gave you everything you want. Yo, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you want to go here, there, you want to go shopping, like, I'm doing all this for you.
Yeah.
But yo, you still don't want me. You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, we go through this shit too.
Yeah.
But it's about a balance in communication, yo.
Yo, that's
balance in communication.
That's the main thing, yo. That's the main thing, yo. Like, communication, like, just communicating, bro. Like, that actually solves, like, about, like, 90% of the issues with couples or just dealing with someone. Period. It's communicating,
and also, like, executing.
Absolutely.
Like, we talk about what it is or what we're doing or what's going on, but we also got to show the actions too.
That's right. Yeah.
Along with the communicating.
Yeah.
That's crazy, because my girls say that a lot too. Like, she'll hit me with you don't, like, I do walk around with everything closed in. Like, I don't talk to nobody about I don't actually feel bad about not talking about what's going on. I know it could help, but at the same time, I was the only child for a long time. So it's like, I don't talk to my parents about certain situations. And then I always had a notion of, like, who gonna care? Not even who gonna care, but what is this person gonna do to solve my issue? So it's like, me expressing what I got expressed to you ain't gonna do nothing but give you something else to have to think about. So me putting I can't put my problems on you, and I don't even know how to solve my own problems.
Absolutely.
Well, I hear you on that one, but I think that being able to still share, I think when we love somebody, when we're in a relationship, and we talking about courtship, we talking about, like, it's essentially like our women's supposed to be like our best friend, like, when we in a relationship. And I think that you may not know the problem or how to solve it, but sharing it, all right, babe, we're gonna figure this out together. Still give her that option, and still, like, me and you in this together. It's not just about you and now you throwing something on me. No, your problems is my problems, and we're gonna figure this out together. And I think that's the thing that we gotta, like, really work on, is, like, understanding, like, we in this together, and let's figure it out. Like, we gonna figure out. I don't have all the answers, but I might be able to connect to somebody else that do. or whatever the case may be.
I wanted to touch on what Rob said earlier when he was making his introduction, as far as like a lot of people who ain't never see what like a successful relationship look like.
Mm-hmm.
Like we always see on IG or social media, you always see the good times.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see the breakups, the
Yeah.
fights, the arguments, and all
Yeah.
that, the problems. So
Yeah.
it's like you looking at a false reality.
Yeah.
Like behind closed doors, that person that's smiling in that picture could be getting their ass beat
Yeah.
on a regular basis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like
Yeah.
Sir.
it's like what do you do in that situation?
Yeah.
Like people, like he said, people, parents who lived in a household with parents that's married, and then they get divorced, and all you see is the good.
Yeah.
And then when they get divorced, it's like, damn, what happened?
Yeah.
Damn.
But behind closed doors, it's like you were saying, your father was
Yeah.
controlling and
Yeah.
all this. Like we don't see all
We
that.
we don't see that.
And
you
even
know?
if we do as kids, we don't understand
We don't
it.
understand.
Absolutely.
But subconsciously, we kind of like, that's the relationships we get embedded in out here.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
when we
It
go
looks
outside.
good.
Yeah.
It looks good on the outside,
Mm-hmm.
and then you like maybe controlling could have been what you thought a successful relationship was.
Yep. And yo, it's and you saying that. This is what really made me think about that, cause like everybody knew, me and my wife, we went through a separation. We were separated for a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she would say to me sometimes, she would be like, you've been real selfish. You've been real selfish. And I'm like, what you mean I'm being selfish? I'm not being selfish. No, you being selfish. You being selfish. So that time that we were separated, I had time to just sit back and think like, yo, I'm like kind of taking on my father's traits, and I had to sit back with that, because when my mother and father separated, but when they got divorced, like my mother waited until I was like 19, 20 years old, and then she was out, and I was heated because I never knew why. I didn't talk to my mother for a whole year. A whole year. That was my baby. I ain't talked to her for a whole year because I was that mad. And my father was to the point, and it was like right around the time my father, he just had back surgery. He had major back surgery, and he had like a heart attack a couple years before. So I'm like, damn, she left my father when he's
It
sick.
looked like she was walking out.
Yes, yeah, So I'm like, and she would tell me, she wouldn't really get into it with me. So I ain't talked to her for a whole year, And then my mother, she started dating another man. So first thing I'm thinking in my head, oh, you left my father for this dude? I go up to the hospital to see her because she had surgery on something, and he's sitting in the room. Yo, my aunts, all of them had to drag me out the room. He was about to catch it. Because I'm like, yo, you shook my hand. You know what I'm saying? You shook my hand when my mother and father was still together. And you sitting in here holding her hand on the side of the bed? Nah, bruh. And then like when years went on.
That's true.
Yeah, yo, like real talk. And like years went on, and I talked to my mother, and she was like, I would never bash your father. Your father was a good man. She said, but he was controlling. She said, I never wanted to bring you into that and let you know without issues. Because I know you heard us argue and stuff like that. I remember when I would hear my mother and father argue, man. And like, I was young, bro. I was like about probably 10. I walk and I hear them arguing. And I go near the door and I'm listening. They screaming. Yo, I would stand outside and hold my ears and rock back and forth. Like, like putting songs in my head and everything just to block it out, And I'm like, yo, stuff. And I always said I never wanted to have my kids see that, or go through that, And, bro, coming up, the trauma that we have or that we see, just like you said, we might never saw a successful relationship, My mother, father, yeah, they went the ride, but they got a divorce. My sister, she had got a divorce, My brother probably, one that still married is still successful, and his wife white, so I don't know. I don't know.
That's why you. Okay.
I'm like, hey, I don't know.
That's why you handled your trust. Yeah, you knew it was coming.
Right. I gotta break the cycle,
Yeah,
yo.
that's right.
I gotta break the cycle, right? So, but man, Ray, we had to talk about that before, and but yeah, man, like, bro, it's rough out here. Relationships are not easy, and just dealing with the opposite sex is not easy at all. Period.
I do. Sorry, not to cut nobody off. I got a question as far as the losing faith part. Like, what faith exactly are they losing?
So basically, the way they was putting it, like,
just like even looking for us.
yeah,
like just have no expectations.
But I'm saying like, what got them to that point? Because no matter, like, say for instance, my relationship, this is the most honest relationship I ever been in, and
right.
I can say that openly and with all confidence. Every female prior to this relationship, I probably done had some type of dog ways in.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, when this relationship came, I worked on changing. So, like, I'm not saying I'm a complete different person.
Right,
Because
right.
I still got my attitude problem. I still got my lack of communication.
Right.
I've never felt like I needed to check in with anybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm my own person. So if I want to go here, I'm going to go here. And you going to find out when I get there, or
Yeah.
you ain't going to know. And that's just how that's because I never had to check in, even
Right.
as a child. Like, when you remember when Dante passed away, or when he was in the hospital, I was like 12. I don't know how old I was, but I wasn't old enough to be outside at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody never checked on me for me to have to check in. So
Right. Right.
it was like oblivious of me talking to people and telling them, oh yeah, I got this planned, and I'm gonna do this. So when I got into this relationship, it was like, she wasn't with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, if you going over Randy house, go to Randy house and just let me know you at Randy house. It ain't so much of me having to check in. It's just, she made me think about the fact that anything can happen too.
Mm-hmm.
So the things that I did change in this relationship was based off of how much I cared about the relationship.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you might not always feel like it's enough.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, I can do this, and this,
Checking them boxes.
and then this, and this, you ain't doing right. You feel me? So it's like, you, not saying that you supposed to get lazy or content or settle with what's going on, but at the same time, it's like, all these obstacles, you can't say that you're losing faith in somebody when you don't know what you want. So when this person do meet this expectation, now your expectation is here now. So the more you up your expectations, the more we're gonna lose faith into wanting to meet them.
Yeah.
Like at a certain point, it's like, man, I'm not doing all that. Either you gonna accept me as who I am, or
You get tired.
I'm gonna find somebody else that's gonna accept me. You know what I mean? So the fact that even if you make one change in what you used to do compared to what you do now, that's progress. They don't look at it like that. And it's always a biased situation. It's never a double standard. Like, a female can ask you, well, I don't like the way you talk to me, blah, blah, blah. You change the way you talk to her, and then she talk to you crazy. All right, but you don't want me to talk to you crazy, but you talk to me crazy, and I'm supposed to be cool with it.
You got to meet on that even platform.
You know,
if you want me to change, you got to change.
And like I said, I listen all the time. Like, I hold stuff in. So if you come, you talk to me about something, I'm either give you the opinion that you want, or I'm not gonna give you none at all. So when you come talk to me about certain things, like, I even judge people. I don't care. For real. I done been in too many situations to give people the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
So it's like, I'm gonna judge you. So if you talking to me and you saying something that I think is completely stupid, then it's stupid. And if you telling me something that I can learn from, then I'm a appreciate that. So if you say, "Oh, well, I don't like the fact that you don't tell me when you leave work," this is like a valid thing that happens. You don't tell me when you leave work, or when you make stops after you leave work. You don't come straight home. And like I said, in my head, I've never had to check in, so it's like a battle of me knowing that I need to check in with her, and me in my head saying, "Man, I'm not checking in with nobody. I'm over 30 years old. I don't have to check in with nobody. I ain't never tell my mother or my father what I was doing before I did it. So but at the same time, it builds that faith. I'ma say it builds the security of knowing this nigga care enough to let me know.
Where he is.
Ain't just stop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And no matter if you like, and I could see if I was still in the streets hustling, doing stuff like that, and you concerned about my safety because I'm putting myself in danger.
Right.
But then all I did was go to work and go home. If I make a stop between here and there, I'm gonna go get Rellos.
Right, right.
Or I'm getting snacks somewhere in the house. Like, you should be comfortable enough to know your nigga.
Yeah.
You know for a fact that I'm at work probably 8 to 10 hours out of the day.
Right.
After that, I'm tired. If you feel like I'm going to go do something after I leave work, I barely want to come in the house and talk and, you know, jump around and have a lot of energy.
Yeah.
But it's expected. And I might catch she might catch an attitude, well, you act like you don't want to be here. No, nigga, I'm tired.
Nah.
You feel me? I work in the food industry.
Right.
I'm around people with attitudes all day.
All day long.
I just shout out to the promotion. I just got like a, you feel me? I just got like a little promotion to start training for assistant GM.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
Sir. Yes, sir.
A lot of the responsibilities that I got now and the way I gotta carry people, like I'm straight up at work. I don't cut no calls with other employees. If I don't want you there, go the fuck home.
Yeah.
You feel me? If you're not gonna help me do what I need to do, dip.
Mm-hmm.
So I deal with people. I gotta hear people problems. Oh, I'm pregnant. Oh, my boyfriend this, my girlfriend this. Oh, this dude said he was gonna slap my girl. He got me effed up. Blah blah blah. And I gotta deal with all this. And then I go home and I gotta deal with why you ain't telling me you was going to the gas station.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Are you serious?
But you know what? And just saying it what it is. I mean, shit, we lose faith too.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yo, we,
Boy.
and like, men are like, yo, we tired of like certain shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and like you were saying, like, back to it, like, yo, we come home tired.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we either want to be left alone. Like, other times, like, man, yo, we get tired of initiating sex.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, it's a bunch of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a bunch of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, treat us like you want us to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody want to question, like, you know, what makes a man straight. You feel like that is in his nature. You know what I'm saying? You never think, like, yo, maybe it's something that you're not doing that's making the situation fucked up.
Uh-huh.
And then if you have somebody that communicates and is like, yo, yo, I'm telling you, yo,
Yes.
like, I'm telling you, like, yo, this,
Yes.
like,
This is what you're
I
not
don't
doing.
fuck with this. This is what you're not doing, or
Yes.
yo, what am I not doing?
Yep.
And then if it's just like, all right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want,
Yo, because a lot of women, man, and you know, and let me say this, not all women, but a lot are so full of themselves, yo.
What?
They feel like
What?
they doing everything right. You feel me?
Best thing since sliced bread.
Yes, sir.
What?
Yes, they I mean, us, we get criticized
That's
all the
caption. I'm captioning that.
Yeah.
Say it again. Say it again.
time. I'm telling you.
remember.
Real, yo, right.
Women are full of themselves.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely.
Bro,
Yo, the majority women,
they think
are full of themselves, bro.
they're perfect.
Yes.
Ain't nothing wrong with
Yep.
them.
But
Yep.
that comes from social media and TV and these young little niggas with no goals in life yelling at them out the car. Damn, sweetheart, blah 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 blah. Their ego's so pumped up now that they feel like they untouchable.
Bro,
And
And they want to throw at you.
but I don't fault them. I don't use. Everybody's supposed to feel like they on top of the world. I
Bro,
wake up in the morning
time
and
out.
feel like
I
pause.
ain't got to put up with your shit though.
Flag on the play. Bro, we all been through high school. We been through middle school. Yo, we remember the baddest chicks
Yeah.
that be in school.
look like lunch ladies now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yo,
That's
real
not
talk.
where I was going with
Yeah.
that.
No, but he's telling the
Facts.
truth.
He's
He's
telling
speaking
the
the truth.
Facts.
Yes.
And now they want you now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Now they want you.
Exactly.
Now they hit you in the inbox. Hey, what's up?
So-
But what I'm about to say is like, you remember like the baddest chicks that used to be like middle school, high school,
Mm-hmm.
used to be with the dirtiest, grungiest dude. Yo, got nothing going on from.
Yup.
Absolutely.
And then you be like, hey, what about me? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, dang, I got my stuff put together a little bit, this and the third. Yo, I used to always say, yo, you remember I started driving, I was like 15. Bro, I'm like, baby, I got a car, I'm driving,
Right,
you know,
right.
back and forth to school, this, that, and the third.
You want to catch the bus? with
You
this.
want to catch the bus with that nigga? You want to ride on the back of your bike holding him? You know what I mean?
Like, what is your dog?
Like,
Like,
what you doing, like- so and like I'm saying, like we know, like what, like it's their choices too.
yeah, yeah,
Like
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from at all.
bro.
But it's be
I
like,
don't.
throw
Like,
me for a loop.
But I judge people based off of who they mess with too. Like,
yeah, yeah,
if you deal with a bum, you're a bum.
You're a bum. Yeah, that's what you like.
And it's crazy because I was listening to a podcast with Shaq on it. Like I'm big on the podcast. Now.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all.
Like,
So it's like I was listening to him and he was like, was talking about he spent 1.5 million in one day or something. He brought 3 Lexuses or something.
Dude.
But he had said smart people keep smarter people around them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I tripped off of it because I started thinking about some of the people that I used to be around, and all of them was like, not all of them, but most of them ain't really give me nothing out of life. Like y'all was just around just to be a waste of space.
That's it.
And I was like, if I'd have had more, like say us as brothers,
Right.
if I'd have had this growing up, a lot of like like I said, my first interview with y'all, I'm comfortable with where I'm at in life, and it's been better since the last time I talked to y'all. But it's like more doors would have been open by now, you know. Like I'd have had more of an insight on what path I should have been in instead of me just waiting to figure it out. Because I was at a stagnant place. Like
Right.
I'm around a whole bunch of people doing the same thing every day, and I thought that was what it was. But then once I started like venturing out and doing my own thing, and you start seeing people come through with 550 Benzes, and I'm still catching a bus with $300 shoes on.
Right.
I feel stupid now.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So now like the upbringing and the people around, you can't lose faith in somebody who's accustomed to something that's not on your level.
It wasn't even. It wasn't a thought of like a standard at all growing up. You know.
Like, people, you lose faith, and it's like, what are you losing faith in? Is you losing faith in the fact that you think all black men are just ignorant and dumb and they not worth your time?
Right.
Or are you losing faith in the fact that every nigga that you choose is stupid?
Because that goes to show that you have a type, and you keep on getting
Like
these
said,
things tight.
Like you in high school with the bum nigga that sell drugs and everything. Is it the fact that he sell drugs and a lot of people know him? Or is it the fact that this dude over, like me, for instance, I've been on both sides. I done had jobs, and I done not had jobs and sold drugs. So it's like, at the same time, it's really no difference other than the fact that you doing something legally and you doing something illegal. And you chose to deal with the nigga that's doing something illegally because it's exciting. You know what I'm saying? This dude, I'm not a whoring the at all.
Right.
I don't think anybody in here will back down to another man.
Right.
But it's like females look at it and judge as far as, oh, he got a job. He ain't gonna get out here and do what he need to do if something popped off. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
bro.
Like a lot of females feel like, oh, if he ain't got no gun, or if he ain't tough, or if he ain't never sold drugs, he a chump.
Yeah.
And it's like,
that's real talk though.
And it's
that's
like,
real talk.
Why you think that?
Bro, it's like what I say about like these younger guys out here now. If you go to them and you smile, hey man, how you doing? They think you weak. They think you supposed to mug everybody.
That's crazy. I used to work with a dude, real cool, young dude. He's like 28 now or something. But he was locked up most of his juvenile life. So he cool, like comic, like the dude is funny, upbeat, all that. But when I first met him, I thought me and yo was gonna get into like head on head, because I'm an aggressive dude.
Right.
I'm a stand up person, and I'm just looking at you in a way he was just mugging me. And then once I got to meet him and know him, it's like, yo, you cool as shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, and I was like, yo, and I told him straight up, when I first met you, I thought we was gonna have a problem because I don't like niggas looking at me crazy, and they don't look like you like it either. And he was like, bro, I've been locked up most of my life. I can't never show no type of weakness on my face. He was like, it's just
embedded
built
in
me.
Yeah.
He was like, once I get to know you and I feel your vibe and I know you ain't on nothing crazy, then I open up. But when I first met him, when I say yo was grilling, like I asked you, like, cuz you good?
Yeah, like.
And he like, nah. He was like, nah, I don't know such and such. And I was like, all right, I'm the same way. In my head, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. And as I met you, and we got, man, you're like was the coolest people at the job. Sit back, kick it, all that. But when I first met you, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to punch you on this mouth.
Yeah.
Because yo just was a mugger, and he'll mug you and not, like, you know how they stare you in your eyes and just be
Yeah,
funny.
just you be like, hey man, what's up, this dude?
What, you know
Yeah,
me or
yeah,
something?
you
Like,
okay?
I did something to one of your peoples or something. Like, and you know, once you do a lot of stuff, you forget stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Listen,
maybe I'd have slapped you before.
All right,
Yes,
you
sir.
never know.
yes, sir.
But
Yeah,
when we
man.
think about the faith, I think women really got to ask themselves, like, you know, did I ever have faith like, have I had a successful relationship to say, all right, you know what, this didn't work out because of it just ended on we weren't meant for each other, or did it end on they did me grimy, and that's why I lost some faith. And then once you identify the root of, all right, this is why I'm losing faith, I think you got to start, all right, well, I know this is what I want, so I'm not tolerating anything else. And that's you start to attract what you want. And because even if you a guy, for instance, you think you're doing everything the women want, you checking all the boxes, you being respectful, you taking them out, you buying them stuff out here and there, and the next thing you know, like, oh, like, why you got an attitude with me? You think, I think Coop stack all the time. Like, I remember when I first started dating, all right, I think as long as I'm doing, you know, we on good terms, we going out here and there, we having fun, no issues.
Right.
And you start getting the attitudes, and you start looking at yourself different. Like, damn, is it me? But then I started growing up, and realizing, like, no, it ain't me. Women, they their own person, and they got their own stuff going on, and sometimes they ain't got nothing to do with me. And I gotta also realize, like, all right, you know how you can pick your girl up from work, and normally, you know, y'all at home, everything Gucci. Great, y'all talking, you're having fun. You pick her from work and she don't want to talk. Did I do something? Was it me?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But then you realize, like, oh, you know what? She had long days. She just need her time decompress.
Hey, let her go and
You
get
feel me?
herself together.
And I used to not even realize, you know what? They got their own stuff that they got to sort through. And then, all right, now we can talk and we can identify. But people got to also, like, just communicate, like, nah, this was going on. You got to be able to talk to people about what you want. And I've lost a lot of stuff just from not knowing what I wanted, and you realize as you grow older, like it's okay to lose some people, because I start to learn, like, all right, well, I lost out on them, and I would have liked that. Now I've learned, all right, I would like somebody like this in my life. But you also got to you learn. People like women, they want to come and have it all together and figure it out.
Yeah.
But most guys aren't coming like that.
Yeah,
we're
not.
not
None
the
of
full
us.
package.
And
Like I said, all y'all said, like, they want you. They only know you on the surface level, so they don't give the relationship no time to. Let me really dive in and figure out, should we even be together?
Right. That's where it goes back to tell me something bad. I told you all the good stuff. Now tell me something bad about yourself. That's when it goes back to that. You know, I love that. I love that whole.
that's a good
whole
thing.
You
Yeah.
know, a lot on both sides though. A lot of the miscommunication comes from holding grudges from previous relationships.
So true.
You feel
So
me?
true.
Like,
So true.
I'm so used to being a nigga that do the most in a relationship. Like, I ain't gonna. I was never the jealous person. Like, you want to be on your phone, you want to go out, do your thing for real. Just don't let me find out it's anything otherwise.
That's me. That's me
You feel
right there.
So
Same way.
like, love my girl to death, but it's like her past relationships played a part in a lot of the arguments and like disagreements, and like I brought to her attention, like I'm okay with if we need therapy. You feel what I'm saying? Like you said in your last episode, it took you until you was in your 30s to be like, I need therapy.
Yep.
And I thought about, when I heard that part, I was like, that's crazy, because it shouldn't take that long. Or if you put it like this, you shouldn't even have to be to that point, because if you had the right upbringing, not saying that our parents did
Right.
anything wrong, they
best
did
thing
what
But they did what
could.
they did what they thought was the right way to do
But
it.
at
You
the
know.
same time, I feel like if my mother would have came to more basketball games, or if my father would have put more time into saying, "Is your homework done?" I would know what it felt like for somebody that not kid because you're that kid, but kid because they want more out of what you
Absolutely.
can be for real. So
Absolutely.
all of it's, like you said, all of it's got stuff from trauma. The fact that me and my mother didn't verbally start saying I love you until I was grown to each other. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that plays a part. Like, I didn't say I love you to females until I felt like I would kill somebody for this person.
Yeah.
Like all that, I like you and all that. I'm not saying I love you. I like you, real life, and that's what it is. But until I get to the point where it's though, all right, I can't see myself without this person. I never said I love you to nobody.
Man.
So it's like that played a part based off of the fact that me and my mama never said I love you. Me and my father never said I love you. You know what I mean? So it's just that's what I was comfortable with that. You know, like I can show you I love you, but how do I really know what love looks like too if you ain't never really had a whole bunch of love coming towards you? Not saying that my mother don't love me.
Right. No, I got
But
you.
it's like you want to feel it and see it.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like these people just don't give up faith because white boys, Asian boys, yellow, green, no one's better than a black man. Just like no other race is better than a black female. And I'm just gonna put that out there. Not bashing no other races, but black is elite. Like
absolutely.
you give up faith on us, then what really do we have to want to progress from?
All right, y'all ready for it? You ready for it?
Ready for it.
So white supremacy, right?
Hey yo.
He's coming with it.
So in the ideology of white supremacy, it attacks. I'm dead serious. Y'all laughing at me. Listen, Jamal. But the ideology of the thing is to attack the black man. If we, like I said last episode, we really go back to this. We can go back to slavery time on how they separated the black man from the woman. Like we were getting married during slavery times.
Yeah.
Right? We were getting married and having long like family relationships during the 1920s and Renaissance and all this other stuff. But when you started like separating the black man, attacking him, how was he able to lead?
True.
How is he able to raise his family? How he's able to, you know, like show his son or his daughter what did love look like when it comes to relationship? Yeah, we're gonna send them off to World War I, World War II, make them feel like they getting something, but come back they strung out on drugs and all these different things, crack epidemic, like all these things play a part.
True.
That's just me, you know. I think is I don't think it's our fault. I think that
It's a lot of components. It's a lot of moving
it's
parts.
absolutely a lot of components.
But to be, oh my bad, go ahead, bro.
No. So I mean, you know, that's just if we like really just if we had time, we do a little history, but it's all good.
But also,
I had to get that in there, you know.
just real quick, if it all go down to we gotta just take care of each other.
Yeah.
Like straight up, like we have to be open to tell, you know what I'm saying, our significant other like what's going on,
Absolutely.
and they have to tell us, like straight up, like just talk about it, put the shit out there.
Absolutely. I agree.
And figure it out. Like, and the thing is, we may not don't have the answers to what we communicating about. We may not know how to. Like, I legit just had a conversation. I may not, honestly, I want to do better. I may not even know how to.
Yeah. What's better? Like, what exactly are you requiring from me?
Yeah, you know, like, okay, let's figure this out together. If you telling me that, you know, again, we gotta fight through that trauma that we be having, that we go through, like how you were just saying, like it's hard for you to come out and be open about how you're feeling.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I may want to try, but I may not know how to. Like you may be absolutely willing, like, all right, I'm willing to share with you, but I really don't know how to. It's like it's so hard to just be like
And we gotta be vulnerable with each other, yo. But no man want no hard ass woman though.
Yeah.
Real shit. Nobody want to come on and be like, yo, what's up, my nigga? Yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody want that shit. Like, we don't. So I mean,
but like Randy just now said, he might not know how.
Oh,
like I don't know how, but like you said in the beginning, also Courtney, write it down. Like I tell my girl all the time, you don't know how to express something. If you don't feel like you can talk to somebody that's gonna understand, write it down and read it to yourself.
Yeah.
And I will say this, like for me, when it comes to like communication, if we like having a disagreement or argument, don't yell at me.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, just talk
Like
to
I
me.
legit, I tell my girl like, don't yell at me.
Yeah.
Because
I'ma shut down.
once you yell at me,
That's it.
I'm like, I'm completely shutting down, and I don't want nothing to say to you because, and I'm not going to talk because if I do, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Like
Full,
explosion.
yeah.
The first
full
word
force.
gonna punch you straight in the face. The
Yeah.
first word.
So like,
The
oh,
first thing out my mouth is gonna slap you.
And like,
damn, that's how you feel.
and you know, we come from a family of like, for real, like some real good tongue slingers.
Yeah.
And when I come out my mouth, because I feel attacked.
Yeah.
And when I feel attacked,
I gotta hurt.
Lions eat, right?
Yeah.
But when I feel attacked, like I'm coming back at you. I'm coming right for your jugular, and I may not like intentionally want to hurt your feelings, but I'm going to hurt your feelings. So I'm like, please just don't yell at me. Like, just talk to me sensibly, just talk calm, and give me time to respond. So,
Also, women, well, guys as well, but they gotta give people time to learn. Like I said, like sometimes we really don't know, and people don't give you that time to learn and grow and figure it out. I get it, you know, if we're dating. And I might not know. Yeah, maybe this relationship is not going to work out currently, and we might gotta go our separate ways, and that'll give us both time and experiences to figure out. All right, maybe I was lacking in this area in that relationship, but that'll help me prosper in my next relationship. And all right, this one might really work out. But you gotta go through certain things to figure it out. Like I'm just not gonna. If I never knew, I might not come at that level that you need me to be at, and that's okay. I think people they want to hold on so bad because they want it to work. And it's like, yo, if it's not working and we're not taking steps to make it work,
let it go.
Yeah, we gotta let it go. We gotta grow. We gotta heal. We gotta learn.
Well, look, I mean, we can go on forever. Yeah. I'm telling you this, man. I'm so glad you fellas came out, man. I'm so glad you fellas came out. Like, real talk, clap it up. Clap it up, you know. I'm glad y'all came out, man. Like I said, this was part 2 to Faith in Black Men.
So we bringing y'all back.
We bringing y'all back.
So we bringing y'all back because we bringing the women back.
Yeah.
So we gonna have this straight up dialogue with them too.
Yeah. So they can hear it. I mean, they're gonna see this, but also so they can hear it from the horse's mouth, basically. Right. You know. So, but like to everybody out there, once again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
From me and Randy, we want to say to y'all, peace and have a good week. Day, whatever it may be, weekend. All right, we out.
See y'all on the next one.